What's good, YouTubers and YouTubettes? This is JB Sports back again with another one. Cornerback Jalen Ramsey has informed the Jaguars that he has the flu and won't be at the facility today for the Jacksonville Jaguars as they prepare for the Denver Broncos this Sunday. Now, he called the team Sunday night to inform them. A lot of people speculating that maybe he's doing this because he's not happy and he wants to be traded. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and say that he is sick. This time of year you do have the flu bug going around as we're slowly transforming from summer to fall. We get close to that month. You go from September to October. You're going from the summertime to the fall. So the weather's kind of changing. So I can see that happening. We're in that flu time of the season. So I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and say that he is sick and flu. Now, it was speculated last week that he had got into an altercation after not last week, but a week and a half ago, after 2 weeks ago, basically 2 weeks ago, more than 2 weeks, 2 weeks and around 2 weeks and a day, after the week 2 loss to the Houston Texans, that he got into a verbal altercation with somebody in upper management. Basically, I guess they will inform him that they're not going to tolerate his on the field antics. He got into it with head coach Doug Monroe. He was visibly upset. Took a little swipe at Doug Monroe as he was held back by one of the assistant coaches. And later on, moments later, Doug Monroe approached him on the bench, and they got into it again. So it was subordination live on TV. So I don't think upper management didn't like that. If I had to guess who the person in upper management that talked with Jalen Rose, it probably was Tom Coughlin. He's the president of Jacksonville Jaguars organizations. He's basically overseeing the football operations with the Jacksonville Jaguars. So I assume that he probably approached Jalen Ramsey and told him, his dislike of the situation that took place on the sideline. As you know, Tom Coughlin is an old school coach, and he doesn't, he believes in a hierarchy in football. You got the owner that's over the coach, and you got the coach that's over the players, and you listen and you adhere to the rules that the coach tells you, and you don't show any openly insubordination and any disrespect to authority. And he felt that's what Jalen Rose did to Coach Doug Monroe. So it's a tough situation, and it's a situation that not ugly. A lot of people think the situation got ugly. I don't say it's gotten ugly, but it's got pretty big. We go in between cute and ugly. Average. It's about average. It's about medium ugly. We'll put it like that. It's not ugly, but it's getting that way. And they need to nip that in the bud. The owner came out a couple of days ago and said they're not interested in trading Jalen Ramsey. He said he wants to sign him to, I guess that means he wants to sign him to a contract, and that would entail making him the highest paid cornerback in the NFL. So if he's willing to do that, I guess Jalen Ramsey will be willing to overlook what he feels is dysfunction in the organization from the top on down. That's one of the reasons why he wants to leave that. He doesn't feel that the organization has been run the right way. He doesn't feel, he look over the past years since he's been there with the quarterback situation and Bortles holding on to him too long, getting him a contract after subpar performance for the team. And you look at other players on the contract that have produced that haven't gotten their money. So there's a lot of things that Jalen Ramsey sees that he doesn't like in the organization. And I think that's all color mating in his wanting to leave Jacksonville. So we'll see what transpires. But I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say he is sick. He does have the flu. We'll see what happens later on in the week. It's been speculation that he could miss the whole week. You don't know about the flu, depending on what type of flu he has. They say the team physician is going to get a look at him and maybe prescribe him some medicine. They'll be able to get him some intravenous fluids that they could probably get into a system a little quicker than, if you go to a CVS or Walgreens or Walmart pharmacy. You get an over-the-counter prescription medicine from the pharmacist that takes a while to get into your system. They got stuff at the facility. They probably can the needle with a needle they can get injected into his system that can take effect quicker, stronger, and maybe get him on the field. But the team is still planning on him, if everything goes well, planning on him playing against the Denver Broncos this Sunday. It's an important game for the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're in a division where I don't see anybody running away with it. You got the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts leading the division at 2-1, and Jacksonville is 1-2, one game behind. So they still got another 2 games to play with the Colts, and they got another game to play with Houston at home, plus the 1 game on the road with Tennessee. So they, things are still unsettled in the division, and they still have time to win the division. Because I'm thinking maybe 10-6 probably wins that division. So it's going to be a competitive division where teams are going to probably beat up on each other. And I think the division is playing the NFC. I think it's the NFC South. Yeah, they're playing the NFC South. So that's New Orleans, which, going into the season was a Super Bowl contender. You got Carolina. They're a team that's up and down. You got Atlanta, a couple of years removed from the Super Bowl. Got a lot of talent on offense. You got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who has a good, when you look at their roster, they've got some talented players in their roster, but the jury's still out on Jameis Winston. So maybe I might underestimate that business. Maybe 11-5 will win you that division. Maybe with the division they're playing in, and we'll see what happens with Tennessee and what they do with Marcus Mariota, as they got a very good offensive line, a good D-line, pretty good secondary, but they don't have a number 1 wide receiver, and the quarterback is not accurate enough. Running game is good with Derrick Henry, but if you don't have that signal caller that can make plays and be that difference maker in games, man, you're kind of limited. You've got to win a lot of low-scoring games. That's put a lot of pressure on your defense to be outstanding and pretty much limiting the other team and making big plays in crucial situations, especially in the fourth quarter. It just puts you in a lot of tough games where bounce here, bounce there can change the outcome of the game. So we'll see what transpires. But Jalen Ramsey, again, is out with the flu and won't be in today with the Jacksonville Jaguars. We'll see what the rest of the week plays out once he meets with the team position and see if he indeed plays this week versus the Denver Broncos. This is JB Sports, the man, the myth, the legend. I holla.